camera here. Go ahead, do your thing, guys.
Ready, go live. Oh Lord, we live.
All
Are we
right.
live already? Oh man.
We are live, all the way live. Hi, everyone.
All the way live.
We are here. We weren't last Sunday.
Oh,
Um, we were tired, basically.
yeah, we were tired.
Tiffany was tired. Kevin was tired, but he still showed up like a trooper.
At the last minute.
He was out, but he was outvoted 2-1. But I needed a break, honestly. Tiffany needed a break as well, a mental break as well as a physical break, because believe it or not, doing the show does take a mental toll on you. It does. It does something to your psyche. You walk through the world differently. I don't know about Kevin and Tiffany, but I see things differently. Um, I see the whole world differently when I do it.
Mhm.
Since I started doing this show, like when I go to Barbados and I meet white Americans and they're smiling, I just can't smile like I used to, because now
Now
I
you know.
You got your Negro wake up call, your
now
Negro
I
American wake up call.
because they used to come down to the island with the big white American smile. We thought, hey, this is the way all the white people in America are. I can't wait to go.
Surprise!
I can't wait to get up there. But yeah, this show does take a lot of your mental capacity, and sometimes we need a break, and we took a break last Sunday. But we're here again, ready to do this all over again. Tiffany, how are you, my dear?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad I had to take a break. I'm sorry. I know Kev was ready. He had all his topics ready, but me and Carl was done. We was finished. I was like, I can't do it. I need a break. But I'm gonna tell anyone, if you need to take a mental health break, please do it. This is why we call the Black Therapy Show. Sometimes you just need to shut off your pager, your cell phone, your everything, and just breathe and just take into yourself, because sometimes it can be very overwhelming, especially with everything that's going on in the world today, what's going on in your own household. It's just a lot, and sometimes you just need a timeout. So it's okay. You need to do it and then get back on your feet and start again. So definitely a shout out to everybody. Please forgive us, and we love you all, and thank you again for chiming in with us tonight.
All right, Kev, how are you, brother? That was
I'm
good.
good, man. I'm good, man. Had a good week, good weekend, and healthy, alive, and mentally,
Yeah.
I've been a professional entertainer all my life, so I'm used to stress. I live a we deal with stress nonstop in the entertainment industry, man. Just it's non-stressful doing
Yeah.
what I do. Rejection, stress, headaches, whatever. So I kind of deal with stress a little different, and throughout the week I do things to make me happy. Whatever my go happy two things are, whether it's shopping or just long ride in the car, whatever. Find ways to release, what you guys were feeling last Sunday afternoon. So I get it. I totally understand what you're saying, and everybody should protect their peace, as my shirt says, protect your peace.
Yes,
So I get it. Yeah, definitely protect your peace. That's one thing you have control over. In some
for
cases,
sure.
is your peace. You should have control over it anyway. So yeah, I get it, and I respect you guys. You needed a break. You needed a break because these shows are heavy. We're talking about
Yes, very heavy.
they're very heavy, especially over the last couple of weeks. Man, you've dealing with a lot of heavy stuff. Today's show is going to be heavy. I'm talking to a
Yeah.
comedian friend of mine who called me up to chat. We haven't talked in a couple of months. He called me up to chat, and he said he's going to check out the show, for the first time tonight. And I warned him. He's traveling. He's traveling from Florida right now back to Georgia. He lives in Atlanta, and I said, "Yo, man, you listen to the show while you driving, but it's a little heavy. We're talking about some serious shit tonight, man. But definitely check us out, man. So hopefully he's watching, man. But yeah, I warned him that these topics, are heavy. You know,
Yeah. Like Kevin said, we're going to be tackling some pretty heavy topics. And the thing is, I mean, heavy, but true. I mean, like, okay, We're going to talk about these mysterious hangings of Black people, and it's specifically Black people. It's not like a lot of people are found hanging in trees. It's specifically Black people. I think Tiffany sent me the link, and Kevin as well, about they're just finding Black people hanging. And somebody said in one of the videos, one of the social media videos, Black people hanging is one of the quickest crimes that they solve, right? They're quick to say it was a suicide. Suicide, okay, let's move on. Nothing to see here.
Exactly.
You know? But one of the young ladies that was found hanging, that said she was found hanging so far up in the tree, they needed a fire truck to get her down. So how do you hang yourself, by climbing that far up a tree? And just a lot of mysterious hangings. And America doesn't have a wonderful history when it comes to Black people and lynchings and killings and all that stuff. So
Especially in Mississippi. Especially in Mississippi.
Especially in Mississippi. Also, we heard from Dr. Umar for the first time on the Nolan Wells case. We're still on this case. This hasn't been solved yet. There's more questions than answers right now. I mean, these kids are not acting like people who are his friends. What if Tiffany, myself, and Kevin went somewhere and me and Tiffany came back and not Kevin? What do we tell Patricia? We just hold on to Kevin's phone and say, we don't know what happened to Kev. And we're supposed to be Kevin's best friends, right? We do this show every Sunday. We love Kev, but we show up with his phone. We don't say anything. And then we get a lawyer. And then we don't talk to the media. We don't show it.
Tiffany driving my BMW around town.
Y'all saying that. If I was Patricia, I'm slapping me. Quit that, bitch. Where my man at? You know better.
Brooklyn in Kevin's Beamer.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
We don't roll like that. We don't roll like that.
But I'm saying though, I mean,
right.
What kind of friend, So these kids claim to be Nolan's friend.
And best friend at that. You see how they keep just throwing out best friend like they ate at his table. They know his mother and father. The mother said she don't even know them like that. The father said, if you pulled up in my park, in my driveway, that don't mean I know you. So they throwing around this best friend thing is really kind of funny business to me.
Yeah. But a lot of people now are warning Black people, be careful when you're the only Black person in a group. If you're the only Black person in a group of white people, just be careful because some things can happen. And I have video of another Black girl who was the only Black person at a house with 3 white girls. They got her so drunk, she passed out, and they just beat the hell out of her as she was passed out on the bed. And then they were so dumb, they posted a video.
Posted a video and went on and was trying to clean it up. We saw y'all on tape beating and abusing the girl, but you're going to sit there and say she made y'all do that. See, I don't like when you have white people turn straight into the victim, just like this case that's going on with Nolan Wells, and even with Carmelo Anthony. Everybody, they turn straight into the victim, like, oh my God, why me?
Yeah, and there's also a video of another Black kid with a group of white kids, and they're just beating the hell out of this Black kid. And they always come in groups. You ever notice that? You never get one white guy taking on one Black guy. They always come in groups. I just find that very interesting.
Yeah, they be gassing up the other white guy to get the Black friend to come. Okay, I'm telling you, they know who their friends are that is racist and who is dangerous. They know that. But they still bring their Black friends around them, or they don't say anything, or they all down with it.
Yeah. And we're also going to talk about, this was the topic, this was the title I had last week. I really don't understand who's running this coon farm. We're all guys like Officer Tatum, these Black people who have been Black all their lives, but they somehow, I don't know if Kevin and Tiffany, if you guys have an explanation, but I just don't understand how you Black, born in America, you've seen the civil rights movement, you've seen the Jim Crow era, You've seen all the police shoot. You've seen it all. Yet still, you can wake up and, as they say, fix your mouth to say there's no racism in America.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they're out there. We're gonna kick the show off. You guys want to do the heavy stuff first, the hang-ins?
Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get that out the way, man. That bothers me so bad. What a beautiful young lady, man. 29 years old, Tisha Fortune. Fortune is how you pronounce her last name, Fortune?
Yeah,
Tisha
Fortune or something like that.
Yeah,
Fortune.
yeah. By the way, if you don't know, I'm looking here online. There's been an arrest in her death investigation. I'm looking at the picture right now. I want to make sure it's real before I say anything. That's all. But I'm reading it as we go on with the show.
We're gonna play the theme. Gonna come back and get it. Go ahead, Tiffany, and do me the honors of.
We are protected by the Fair Use Act. Any of the content or the music we do not own at all. We use it for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. All our opinions is our own personal opinions. That's it. Okay? Please make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. We have this platform so we can be able to share each other's how we feel, what we go through, and give us an experience. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the
black therapy.
In a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy. We're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all the schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
What's up, Black America? Y'all enjoyed that Chris Brown and Usher concert last night? That's what's up. Now what the fuck we gonna do about all these motherfucking hangers, nigga? Y'all quick to go buy some motherfucking tickets and go watch a motherfucking grown man pop they dick in y'all face. What we gonna do about these motherfuckers out here hanging our people, nigga? Yeah, on y'all ass early in the morning, man. Cause this shit crazy out here. Motherfuckers ain't trying to come together, ain't trying to rally. Motherfucker ain't trying to do shit to show any type of motherfucking unity or any type of motherfucking force, man. But motherfuckers a show, go get them motherfucking tickets and watch them dudes come and pop they dick all in y'all motherfucking face. Shit be crazy, man. I don't care what a motherfucker say or how y'all feel about this, man. That's just real shit. All this motherfucking fucked up shit out here, y'all still can go out here and have fun, drink and kick it with all this clown ass shit going on the news and shit, man. Fuck that shit, man. On y'all ass early as hell today. So yeah, like I said, since y'all was able to go out there and watch them dudes pop they motherfucking dick and shit, what y'all gonna do about motherfuckers out here getting lynched, nigga?
Baby, I don't know what evil spirit is in Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi, to be specific. A black woman was found hanging from a tree in the back of a vacant home. She was 29. I get so sick and tired of reading about my people are found hung or found hanging in trees. Baby, we are human, just like everybody else. And before you get in my comments saying something ignorant, I will delete that comment, so you might not even want to do that. We are human. Again, I get sick and tired of reading about our people are found hanging in trees. Black people don't hang themselves from trees. Yes, I'm making it about race because, baby, that's what it is. So once again, this should make a lot of people upset. Again, I don't know what evil is going on in Mississippi, But baby, I pray that the Lord fix it, because this is too much. Again, I get sick and tired of reading about my people are found hanging in trees. Another story that we read about it, but yet we're never going to hear what happened. What was the cause? What was the reason? We're never going to know. No one sees anything. No cameras anywhere. At this point, there needs to be cameras all through Mississippi.
Tasha Fortune, that was her name. Rest in peace, Queen. They found Tasha hanging from a tree, and she was so high up, they had to get a fucking ladder to get it down. Let me make this abundantly clear. This is not normal. We do not hang ourselves from fucking trees. We're getting so desensitized with our people being killed daily that this story will happen today, and we'll be back at it reporting on another life lost tomorrow. They are fucking killing us. And it's either the cops or there's a serial killer on the loose, but either way, something has to be done. Did you know that when black people are found hung from trees, it's always deemed a suicide? There have been 4 cases of individuals found hung in trees in 2026. Tasha Fortune from Jackson, Mississippi, Julia Nitza from North Carolina, Kyle Bessinger from Georgia, and there was a Latino man found in D.C. The wild part is white people make up the biggest demographic when it comes to suicide, and somehow, some way, not one white person have been found hung in a tree this year. Go figure. I said all of that to say this is not normal. Black people being hung from trees is not normal. We need to make sure these stories are accessible to everyone, because this is becoming way too common. And at no point as a people, we should see these stories like this and treat it as normal.
You've heard this before.
Southern trees bear strange fruit.
But Billie Holiday didn't actually write Strange Fruit. It was a Jewish man from the Bronx who was a school teacher that wrote it as a poem. His name was Abel Meeropol. He had seen a photograph in the 1930s of a lynching of Thomas Shipp and Abraham Smith in Indiana. He was horrified by it, so he wrote the poem. He later set the poem to music, and it reached Billie Holiday at one of New York's integrated clubs. She began performing it in 1939. At first, her record label, Columbia, was unwilling to record something so controversial, so she recorded it with Commodore Records instead, and Strange Fruit became more than just a song. It's one of America's most powerful musical protests, forced people to confront the racial terror that they refuse to acknowledge. If you like history like this, like, follow, and share for more.
Then the sudden smell.
Yeah, so as you guys saw, there's a huge increase of black people hanging from trees, and we all know the history of America. That was a very common thing. I don't have the actual numbers, but I don't know if Kevin or Tiffany can pull it up, but how many lynchings have been done over the years? But
well, over the what past years? Because I think somebody did say it's a large number.
Yeah,
I know that much.
But these mysterious hangings of black people, and they're being considered suicide. Of course, the sheriffs or whoever's in charge of the law enforcement of towns are saying, they're quick to say suicide, nothing to see here, let's move on. But the families of these black people are all saying that they were not depressed. There were no signs of suicide. So they're not quite sure what happened, but we all know that something happened that wasn't supposed to happen. But no one's investigating. No one seems to investigate.
Yeah, a lot of them is not investigated.
Kev, you want to jump in?
Yeah, this should be something the FBI should be looking into, but with today's Justice Department being ran by this current administration, I don't have a lot of faith that that's going to happen. Most likely it's a racially motivated murder. I mean, definitely racially motivated murder. But we don't know what happened. We just know that black people don't hang themselves, especially for suicidal reasons, I should say. But the FBI should be involved. And Tiffany said this earlier, or somebody said it earlier in the video. I think it was Tiffany. Where's the cameras? There's cameras everywhere in America now. Everywhere there's cameras. There's so many cameras. That's how they were able to catch the dude that shot the dude in New York City in the back. So many cameras out there. They had this dude's, eyes on camera, and people were, they were able to catch him. There's cameras everywhere, So for something to happen like that, and nobody looks at cameras and see what car went down that street towards that house, it just doesn't make sense. People have door cameras, ring doorbells, things like that the videotape. So many different cameras out here that nobody saw nothing. This neighborhood she was found in, is it a predominantly black neighborhood, or do anybody know?
I don't know, but they
say?
said nobody was in the house. No,
It's a vacant house.
nobody lives in the house.
The house
or
is
whatever.
vacant.
But how can you hang yourself without a chair or something? I don't understand, especially outside on a tree. How do you do that? And there's no chair there when they get there. None of this stuff is there to show that they did it on themselves. But then they immediately turn to a suicide. I just don't understand.
Well, I mean, we all know it's not a suicide. Lynchings used to be public back in the day. I mean, right? You guys know.
Right.
A public thing. It used to be like a party. They all get
A
together.
picnic.
They would all get together and have a little picnic, and they would burn black people alive for the enjoyment of white people.
And entertainment, yeah.
And then they would take pieces of the body. Somebody would take an arm, and somebody would take a leg, an ear. An ear was a very common thing. People used to cut off a black person's ear after they lynched and burned them, and mail it to their family members as a memorabilia from the lynching that they just witnessed. I think it's Dr. Joy DeGruy who says, somebody asked her, what's the effect of lynchings and that kind of stuff on people, and she said it creates a set of people who have no empathy. They have no feeling for
anything. Right. Yeah. And it's passed on through their children.
Absolutely. So they might not say it verbally to their kids, we don't like these particular set of people, but they can tell, right?
Just by their behavior.
When a white mom and her kids walk by me and she holds her kids' hands tightly and pull them closer as I get closer, she didn't say anything, but what does that tell the kids? That
you've noticed that, huh, Carl?
Yeah.
That's happened to me so many times, man, where you're walking and all of a sudden when they see you, hey, Bobby, come on, like that. It just sends that signal to them that you're to be feared.
Right. Yeah. But like I said, they don't say it, they don't verbalize it, but the kids they pick up on how their parents act, and they know when the parents are acting nervous. So anyway, I'm saying that all this is passed down. So because lynchings happened so many years ago, I don't think it ever stopped. Of course, it never stopped because there was the guy, what's the name, Bird, that they tied him behind a truck and they dropped.
Right. Yes.
James Bird, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're still doing, because they don't see us as human.
Mm-hmm.
So getting back to that brother, Carl, the video you played, are we not angry enough? I mean, dude,
no, the first
should
one
there
that
be
was
more?
pressing up
Should there be
the
more
floor?
Black Panther? I mean, we had Professor Griff on the show a couple of years ago, former member of the group Public Enemy, and he's really heavy into gun ownership for Black people, and of course he trains, as he told us on the show, he trains Black women how to use firearms down in the ATL where I think he lives at. Right? Are we not? Should we be all getting weapon up,
Yes. Yes.
I mean, should we be carriers? Everybody should be carriers at this point. Are we not? We're not building armies. We don't have Black Panther groups anymore. Like out here in these streets. I guess people are afraid because if you get a Black Panther group, that's they're gonna get taken out like the other Black Panther group got taken out.
Or
I think
other Black groups, and they saw they was threatened.
Yeah, they got all taken down. Especially now this Justice Department that we have. I mean, anybody who makes any noise is going to get taken out. Which way, which somehow, he's taking out white people that oppose him. So you already know what happens to black people that come in and try to fight the systems. So yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know what we do. Do we all start carrying guns and get our light gun licenses and go to the shooting ranges and
yeah, that too, but I don't think we're informed enough either. I don't think, especially in the South, you got to remember their reading curriculum, their history curriculum is totally different from here in the North and what we teach our people. So their mindset is totally different than how we think because we are up here. We learn a lot. We it's a totally different mindset. So the people have to be more aware. You understand? The people need to be more on point with who they hang around with. I'm sorry, I'm not going to the woods with you. I'm not going hiking with you. I'm not going on canoeing with you because a lot of people are coming up unalive going fishing with white people. I mean, it's just certain stuff you just don't do with them people. Would you go? They wouldn't ask us to go. Well, I don't know. They might ask y'all because y'all done hung out
Tiffany, shouldn't
with
people in
some
the
white
South
people.
be more paranoid than people in the North? But just by nature, though, shouldn't they already be paranoid that the fact? Look, if I live in northern states, of course, all my life, but if I go to Mississippi or Alabama or Georgia, any of those places which I've been many times, with my career, right down in those neck of the woods, traveling through, there performing, but. Shouldn't people that live there already be paranoid about racism and lynchings and things like that, considering that is the epicenter of this anyway? Like if you live in Mississippi, that's basically Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, that's the epicenter of American racism, right? So why are the black people there already look heads on a swivel, I should say, or paranoid, or just why aren't the black parents in there telling their kids, watch out because this is a history here. Only hang around your black friends. Don't go places by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that we do up here in the northern states, you would think the southern people would be more paranoid. If I go to Mississippi to do a show, which I probably wouldn't even take a gig in Mississippi at this point, but I have in the past worked in Mississippi and driven through by myself. But now, if I go to Mississippi now, I'm paranoid as hell. And when I was there, I wasn't paranoid because it was years ago. I was younger, and you're invincible. You don't think about the shit that's going on now. But right now, if I had to go to the South, to Mississippi or Alabama, any of them states, hell no, I'm paranoid as hell. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not by myself. I'm looking everywhere. I'm not going to the gas station at night. I'm not leaving my hotel.
I'm not even coming out.
Yeah, I'm going to my hotel, lock my door. You damn right. I'm a whole nother level of self-awareness, So how do Tiffany, you got family in the South, right? Tiffany, you got family in the southern states, right?
Uh-huh.
So talk to me. Tell us why is that mentality why are they not at a height of paranoia right now?
Okay, so you just mentioned that Don Lemon had the barber, the barber when Nolan was a little boy. He cut his hair when he was a little boy. And he said straight up, ain't no racism going on down here, and we rather acquire racist than allow racist. That's all you have to know. And this is what he said. And he's from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. And you want to hear something? I looked up Ocean Spring. Guess what the original name was? Lynchburg. Lynchburg Springs. Okay. So no, they're again, you just heard that right there. You got to check the barber out. Everybody been getting on him because what he was saying is like he really didn't get it. And something that this guy said, he said Nolan these young people, they don't see color, right? Because they're not taught about the racism that their grandparents or their great grandparents had to go through. Because a lot of parents try to shield their children, and I get it. And that's why they don't want the history in the white schools. Also, they don't want the white kids to know about it because they're trying to shield them. So you don't think they're trying to shield a lot of the young black kids about racism and stuff like that and think that everybody is all good? No, not everybody is all good. You have to be on point and see those little details or those little red flags. That's not good. And I hope by this young man's passing away, that a lot of people wake up about their surroundings, especially dealing with white people. Now you're hearing all these stories coming up, people talking about hanging out with their white friends, either being abused or neglected, or left somewhere, or almost damn near died. Like, this stuff is really serious and people really don't get it.
I saw a couple of videos of the young man that we're talking about, Nolan Wells, right?
Mhm.
Of him, because I was also in the back of my head, I never said it publicly, thinking, what you doing hanging out with a whole group of white guys? You don't have no black friends. But there have been a lot of videos popping up of him with his black friends online. I've seen several videos of him dancing with his boys, hanging out with his boys,
He
and
had
they
a
were
mix of
dancing.
friends.
And he had some serious rhythm too, and they were doing some serious dance steps. So I mean, he had black friends for
Yeah,
sure.
he had a mix of friends.
Yeah, he had a mix of friends. So he did have black friends. He just didn't hang out with white people. He had lots of black friends, and some of his boys and buddies were definitely black men, young black men his age. So why he ended up with this group on that particular trip all by himself about another
I
brother
think
or
they all
sister
went
with
to
him,
school together. They all went to school together. They all played sports together. But again, we have to remember these young white people that's in Mississippi, they are the descendants of at least 2, 3 generations of what Emmett Till had to go through. Matter of fact, not even only 70 years ago. Because the guy Emmanuel even mentioned that. He was like, it was 70 years ago. Why are y'all still complaining about something that happened 70 years ago? Do you know that changed the whole world? That changed what black people had to go through. Mississippi started the civil rights era. Okay? And we have to not forget that. We cannot forget that. And then Mega Evans was murdered. The freedom, the Mississippi bird and the free. It's just so much history comes out of Mississippi dealing with black and white relations. And we already know that is a lot going on down there, especially with blacks and white, because there's nowhere in the world all these young people is coming up hanged from trees on special days, 4th of July, centennials, like 100-year centennials and stuff like that. Like, it's like a ritual, like they're mad or something. They're trying to do a get back or something like that. But it's not nice. And what goes around comes around, because the truth is going to come out on all of these things. The truth is going to come out.
You guys think, I mean, like black people, we are such a forgiving people. I get the feeling that we keep trying to find the good in white people. I mean, I'm not saying that all, but we seem to be very forgiving. We seem to forget things that happen to us and be very forgiving, whereas other races are not so forgiving to us, right? They say that we are 13% of the population. We commit 50% of the crimes. We're responsible for most of the murders. We're responsible for most of the rapes, all the robberies they put on us. I mean, that is not even true. It's not even close to being true. But they say that shit and they stick with it. They believe it. Now, we've been through all these lynchings and murders and all this stuff, and we still don't put that stereotype on white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we been out a group of white people and think they were up to no good? Oh my God, are they going to go do a lynching now? No, we never. We just see them as people. But they see a group of black people, immediately we're up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We seem to have a mindset where we are just we're just forgiving people, and I think that's at our detriment, because we're so nice to everyone and no one's nice to us. I think it was the coach Doc Rivers. There was when all these police shootings was going on. Made a speech and he said black people continue to. I don't know if you remember what he said, Kevin, but he said something about we continue to be given to America, and America is just not giving back to us. Like, you know what I mean? We every morning we get up and we try to be so loving and caring, and we just don't get that love back.
Remember, we was taught to turn the other cheek. Forgive our brothers 70 times 70. My mother tells me all of that all the time. You know, I mean, it gets to a point where you really get tired of it. You know, it gets draining. That's why we had to take the break. Okay, kids, it gets draining to know that these things are going on today in 2026, and to see people play in our face like we're dumb. And you got to remember, a lot of people in the South don't have access like we have access. You know, to
Explain.
be able. It's many. It's the Nolan is not the only one. It's a few of them, you know, that have lost their sons and they trying to fight and they trying to go out there, but nobody's hearing them. The system is not hearing them. The police station is not hearing them. They take it long for their autopsies, their toxicology, because they know something is wrong. It's just sad that we live in a system like this. And I think you said, Kev, the FBI should be brought involved. You know, because we see that on a local level, a lot of these things are not being solved. So y'all need to bring it out on the FBI level, because as you see, online is doing their own investigation. If y'all know, did y'all hear about the list that they got out on podcasters if they don't be quiet about the Nolan Wells case? Too bad we didn't make the list.
Well, also his mother, the lady who enhanced the video of his voice.
Oh, she's on the list.
She's been getting death threats. The mother,
She's on the list.
his mom has been getting death threats. I mean, it's crazy that this young man loses his wife and then somebody threatens his mom for wanting to know what happened to her. For wanting to know what happened to her son. That's all she wants to know is what happened to her son. If it was an accident, then she lives with it. If it was a murder, then she deals with it. That's all she wants. And for somebody to threaten her for wanting to know what happened to her child just shows that as human beings, some of us are just so effed up.
Maybe Till had to go through that.
Let me tell you something. I think, well, let me say this real quickly. I was thinking about Malcolm X, the movie.
Mommy watched it today.
When they brought the boy in, he was beat up. And Malcolm got his soldiers and went to the police station and demanded to see him.
That's my favorite part.
Let me tell you, that's what's not happening now. If this young lady that was hung was a Muslim lady, and Louis Farrakhan was 40 years younger, what do you think will be going on right now with that Muslim community? They will be on somebody's ass for some answers. If Louis Farrakhan was 40 years younger, and that was a young Muslim lady found hanging in a tree, woo, man, the Nation of Islam will be in somebody's city right now, in somebody's ass right now for some answers. And that's the problem. We're not angry enough. Our leaders are not out doing enough, putting their asses on the line enough. Yeah, we got Ben Crump and Sharpton making a little bit of noise, but it should be more than Al Sharpton, and it should be more than Ben Crump. It should be just more. You know, a lot of the brothers you see online, like the man that you play, Carl, who was pretty vulgar, but he should be. He's very angry, right? What's happening? He should be very angry, but that should be millions of young black men right now. You know, that should be millions of gangbangers who will go out and shoot each other on the corner in Chicago. As Jay-Z said, we killing each other, but George Zimmerman's still walking around.
Word.
So we need to take up for our sisters. We need to take up for our women. We need to take up for ourselves. We're the only people that can stop this, but we have to be more angry. and we have
You
to.
heard Umar said we need to go out in the streets. He said, Al, you going to Washington. He said you need to go to Mississippi and Ocean Springs. He said you need to go to that other place where that girl got lynched at in Jackson. They need to go to that
Exactly.
college. You remember when that young man got killed? What's his name? Reed. He got killed. He died in the college. Yeah, listen.
But black people in the South need to stand up too. They need to say
That part,
we're not paying taxes. We're not doing this. We're not doing that until we get some answers.
and they need to vote too.
The city don't run without their workers, without their.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. They need to vote too. They need to get out
And they
and
need
vote.
to vote for their local officials, their coroners, their judges. They need to put their foot down. But then again, you got to remember, we're dealing with white supremacy down there. It's not like, it's a small town. People know who people is and stuff like that. They will look for them. They will bother them. They'll harass them.
Let me
I
tell you something, Tiffany. Let me tell you something. I say this on the show all the time. Rosa Parks, Dr. King, Ralph Abernathy, Jesse Jackson,
Mhm.
John Lewis, and all the other unsung heroes who aren't that famous that was with that group. They did more with less bodies, less power, less guns, less money, and they got shit done. They weren't afraid. They were afraid, but they took their ass whippings. They took those dog bites, getting jailed, getting beat, water hose.
You right, and I salute
You
them.
think they weren't scared? That was in the 60s in the South.
Yeah,
The
just
racism in the
recently. That's
60s in
just
the
recent.
South don't even come close to what's happening now. So for them to go down there in the cut, Carl, and do what they did and got things done, by the way, got things done, made a movement. John Lewis went across that Pettus Bridge, almost cost him his life.
Yeah.
But Medgar Evers lost his life, you know. But that's a sacrifice that we have to make if things are going to change. Unfortunately, somebody has to get hit in the head. Somebody got to lose their life. Somebody got to be a hero. Somebody that we got to have another Rosa Parks or the young lady who I can't even think of her name, who just passed away. That was on the bus also. So we have no heroes. Like, who's our heroes? Like, Jesse Jackson just died, less than a year ago. You know, he was probably the last of that group. I take that back. I think Andrew Young is still living. He's like in his 90s. He lives in Atlanta. Mayor Andrew Young. I think he's the last of that group that's still left. But he's the last man standing, Andrew Young, former mayor of Atlanta. But we don't have all those guys are gone. Like, we have no new Jesse Jackson, no new Dr. Kings, no new Malcolm X's. Who are these people? Where they at? Louis Farrakhan is in a wheelchair. The man is in his late 80s.
He's in his 90s.
Yeah, I'm sorry, in his 90s. His fight is over. He just made some speeches online the other day. I watched him. He's still powerful. He's still amazing. But
in his elder years, yeah.
But I watched his speech the other day. He's still, the minister's still the man, but his fighting days are over as far as getting out in these streets. So,
well, we pray that someone comes out. Only the chosen ones. Sometimes it takes something tragic to build a character of a new leader or someone that's willing to speak up and to speak out. I hope that, because of all of these things that's going on in the world today, especially dealing with black and white relation, I hope that someone comes out, because we have these black people that's out here, such as Tatum, and and is a few of them. Candace Owens, she's been on her own little thing right now. But for them to be so much against us, like they are, like, what's going on with these Sambos, that is like they rooting for the white people more than they're rooting for their black person. And when they see that these evidence is not right, they still stick up for them, and I don't understand. I really don't understand.
So to answer your question, I think a lot of black people, I think we are comfortable, right? Because we see some black back in the day with Jesse Jackson and Abernathy and Martin Luther King, and I think they were all on the same level. Like most people had nothing, so they were all fighting to get something. Now we got some black people are millionaires, some of us are billionaires.
Oh,
Now
the money,
are striving to get to that point. So we ain't got time to be protesting. I'm trying to get this money. You know?
Yeah, everybody's comfortable now. Even Jesse Jack. I mean, even Reverend Al Sharpton is most likely a millionaire, right? So you're right. All these guys are rich.
Yeah.
Dr. King wasn't a millionaire. He had famous people paying his bills for him. Harry Belafonte and Aretha Franklins of the world were paying his bills so he can be out there in those streets, taking care of his family. While he was out in the streets, they were paying his bills and putting food on the table for his kids. So, but now you're right, Carl. Now we have all these rich black folks who are comfortable, and they're like, man, I don't know.
It's not affecting us, so why should we
Not affecting
have
us.
to bother? But it's affecting the people that buy your music, that watch your movies. It affects us. We're really getting sick and tired of hearing somebody is dying under suspicious, situation. And it's been lately, like blatantly, especially during this time of having Mr. Orange Man in the office. It's like it's more fueled up. And again, you have to understand some white people know who to do it to and who not to do it to. They're not going to do it to somebody that's going to figure them out immediately. They do it to somebody that don't even have a clue of what they done got themselves into. Because I think every single one of those people that have lost their life or been in a situation, they didn't even think about what was really going on. It really went over their head, and I bet you they won't do it again.
Yeah, to go back to what Kevin said, I really truly believe every black person should look to get some kind of permit. Always walk with something that you can defend yourself with. I would lean towards getting a gun permit and just always carrying. If you can carry in your state, always carry, because these people are not going to stop. While we're sleeping, they're thinking of ways to kill us.
Yeah. And we're going to concerts, like my man said.
Yeah.
We're going to see Chris Brown and Usher, and these people are plotting on how to kill us. Not a knock on Chris Brown and Usher either. Yeah. I'm just saying we are not focused. We're so
we need to be more focused, especially what's going on today.
Yeah, we're not focused. We're so unfocused right now. Like we should be like, what the hell is going on in this country right now? Needs to stop,
need to be
because we're all
the children.
We're all sitting
School
ducks.
Your children.
We're all sitting ducks because it happened to any of us.
Stop sending your kids to white schools. Stop. I don't understand. One lady said she did it because it's better education. Listen, send your children to school and then give them a tutor or something. Stop sending them over there to them white schools. You understand? Stop putting them in a situation where they're the only black person in the group. Because sometimes that's not good. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That it don't be good for me. What I see.
Go ahead, Tiffany. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for what I see, I think that we need to school our children more on history and race relations, especially with blacks and white. This country was not built on a happy terms. We had issues. And I think once we face it, deal with it, and be on point with it, we can be able to survive. But we need to really talk to our youth, black, white, I don't care. Tell them about the history. They need to know the history so they can be on point. I'm sorry.
Here's Muhammad Ali 50 years ago.
He says the American devils, the lynching, the killing, cutting the black people's private out, sticking it in the mouth, is what they did to us. Got a book called 100 Years of Lynching, written by white men. Taking black women who was 4 months pregnant, they took us for years and hung us up with the feet and stuck a dagger in the stomach and ripped it and pulled the unborn baby out just to put fear in other slaves. They tied up black people to horses, and 2 horses, and pulled his arms out and pulled his legs out. lemonade trains with white children and white people of America used to come and watch them tie up 10 or 15 black men and pour gasoline on them and burn them, watch them burn alive. They took us and hung us up with trees and shot us with bullets. They took and cut a hand off and gave it to the little boy and they took the leg off. And this is worse than the devil.
All right, but...
see, the devil, the preacher in the church taught us that the devil was up under the ground.
Right.
And he'll wait till he died before he burn us up. This white devil in America was worse because he burned us while we was alive. He didn't wait till we died. So what I'm trying to say is the deeds and the works. And I think this, if Elijah Muhammad can stand in America for 42 years before my little black self was born and say that the American white man is the devil, then the white man should get up and say you are a lie and carry him to court and say we are not the devil. Not one American, not one government official, one mayor, one senator, none of them will stand up and say that they are not devils and this man is lying. So what am I to do?
Right.
I believe it.
Do you believe that every white man is a devil? I mean, Angelo Dundee, Harold Conrad?
Angelo Dundee's Italian. He's got a lot of black blood in him. Harold Conrad's Jew.
So there are exceptions. There are exceptions.
Listen. What I'm saying to you is this. I'm saying that Elijah Muhammad, our leader, teaches us this, and I believe everything he say. So it's not for me to prove that. You must remember, you have not lynched me. It wasn't the Germans that did this to us. It wasn't the white Canadians who's right on our border. He put emphasis on the American devils. He's missioned to America by God to preach the truth. So what I'm saying, let's say we got one white fellow in America who has proved that he means right. Let's say we got another one. White people have died in demonstrations for black people. Now, here's the position I'm in. Here's 10,000 whites coming to kill me. And in those 10,000, or let's say here's 10,000 rattlesnakes coming to bite me. And in those 10,000, there was 1,000 that didn't mean no harm. And I knew there was a good 1,000 snakes out there, but they all look alike. Now, what should I do? Should I keep the door open and let the 10,000 in, hoping that the 1,000 will unite and save me and one bite will kill me? Or should I just be safe and shut the door? So we have white people say, I mean right. I have a black husband. Oh, my children are black. I love everybody. I really believe you. But I'm sorry, man, there's 10 more thousand behind you that don't feel that way. I'm just sorry, but what am I going to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing. That's the same position we're in today. Nothing's changed.
Nothing.
Right? It's the same position we're in today.
And we wish that it was changed. Don't get it twisted. We have came a long way, okay, from what our ancestors had to go through. But to see it now still with the hate that you have for us, and only thing we are trying to do is to survive in this world, you know, in between everything we have to go through with the systematic racism, and now we dealing with this physical where you having people being unalived or not even having empathy or sympathy for us. You know, it's just really sad. It's really sad. And to have our own people come for us and then say we're the bad ones, we're the ones wrong, and you looking at them like, are you for real? So, yeah.
Okay, Pamela Jones. Pam, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what you're asking here, but Pam asks, I guess she was referring to Tiffany saying that the white schools aren't safe. But Pam asks, but our kids are necessarily safe at black schools either. So I don't know. Are you saying that they're not safe at black schools either? So it's kind of the same?
I'm talking about mentally, you know, mentally for black children. I think that it's a lie. You know, I think that a multicultural school is good, you know, where it's all different cultures, all different walks of life. Not just having this one black child in this one school. Because most of the time they have that is because they have to have a quota of one ethnic child or two or three ethnic children to be able to get budget or to get money and stuff like that. But listen, school is supposed to be safe, period, right? But school is also a learning place where we're supposed to learn and experience and socialize. And I'm just sorry, a lot, and it's many people that have put their black children in white school, regret it, wish they would have did it totally different. But I think our children, especially black children, need multiracial schools, schools that's all walks of life.
And let me say this about black schools, because I think people get caught up in the stereotype thing that there's never been no mass shooting at an all black school that I know of.
Right.
And I can tell you, I know most drugs, cocaine, and other drugs are done at white high schools a lot more than that are being done at black schools. And that's a fact. So our kids aren't safer in white schools. There's more crime going on in these white schools than black schools. It's just these white schools aren't being policed. Because you'll see metal detectors at an all urban school, and you won't see those metal detectors at a school in an upscale so-called white neighborhood. But you're going to get more shootings at the white schools, and more crime that goes unreported because these white schools aren't being policed and the crimes aren't being reported. I used to date a young black girl back in the day. Her parents were millionaires. They got really big into Amway. Back when Amway first came out, her parents got involved with that and became millionaires, right? And she went to all-white school in Potomac, Maryland. Potomac, Maryland is a very upscale neighborhood outside, about 20 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. Potomac, Maryland is where a lot of millionaires live at, right? And she used to go to a private school there. And she used to tell me about all the white girls in the bathroom snorting cocaine in the morning and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, and all the stuff that goes on in these white rich schools with these white rich kids, so don't get it twisted. Black kids get a bad rep, black schools get a bad rep in the hood, and they put the metal detectors at the door and all that sort of stuff. But it's so much crime, drugs, and other things going on in these white schools, in these uppity ass neighborhoods. And these crimes don't get reported as much as they do at an urban school.
Right.
I know this, trust me. So yeah, it's a lot going on in these.
It's a mental
white
thing.
schools.
Yeah, it is a mental thing. Also, black teachers. We need more black teachers teaching our black children. So
Agree.
it's just so many different levels to it, and not taking it away from white people. But again, like a white therapist can't help me. Some white teachers can't help me or help. I think they can help our children. They need to look at people that looks just like them so they can believe in themselves, more, and not just keep believing in a white person because, again, this world is run and ruled by, our white children. And they have to learn our young people have to learn how to assimilate in between this to survive. And that's sad that we have to deal with our black children like that. We have to tell them about the cops. We have to tell them about the system. We have to tell them about education and health. We have to tell them that we're white people don't tell their children about these things. We have to.
All right. So Pam said she never said that our kids were safer in white schools, and she thanked you, Tiffany, for clearing up what you meant by safer. You meant mentally. I guess she didn't understand that. And then my point is that evil will find us wherever we go. Yeah, no matter what school you go to, I agree with you. Something is going to happen that's not going to make you safe. But I think mentally, if you're a black person in a white school, it affects you mentally in a way that's totally different from if you go to all black school. an all black school is you're going to have issues, but it's going to be a different kind of issues. You know, so it's like a lot of black people in corporate America, you know what I mean? They say the loneliest place for a black person to work is in corporate America. And if you're black and you work, and I think Pam is in the corporate world. She knows what it's like to be black, and in that setting is mental shit you got to deal with. You got to,
Yes.
you know what I mean? You got to deal with people just every day messing with you mentally. They want
And
to,
you can't say nothing. You can't do anything about it.
right? If Tiffany is the supervisor for a department, and then there's a white person in that same department, somebody white will go into Tiffany's department, go to the white person and ask them a question about that department, and not go to Tiffany, right? What does that do to a black person, man? You think that I'm stupid? You can't, that I don't know what's going on in my, but that's the kind of stuff they do.
No, that you 100% right. You 100% right.
So I get what you said. Mentally, I would not advise anyone to send their kids. I know people think they're going to get the best education, but the teachers are not going to treat them the same. If you think that those white teachers are going to look at your black son's face in the midst of all those white kids and treat him the same, you are absolutely sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. I remember back in the 80s when I first came to this country, I was taking a class in computer repair or something like that. Remember when IBM and Wang and all those big companies was, you know, making computers, and I was taking a class, and I was the only black person in this class, and every day the guy teaching the class, the professor, would ask me, Carl, are you getting this? Is it coming through? Are you getting it? Motherfucker, why are you? But at the time, I wasn't processing. You know, I know, Tiffany. I was just
coming to America.
But he would ask me, "Am I getting it? Are you getting this? Is it coming through?" At the end of class, everybody else. I mean, a lot of was in the top like 3 of all. You know what I mean? And this guy was asking me, "Am I getting it?" Or, you know what I mean? Like treating me like you know. So to your point, Tiffany, black kids in white spaces, especially schools, is not a good thing. Which is why I do not get on Dr. Umar. I'm so sick and tired. And we have a friend that's up Dr. Umar's ass every opportunity he gets about his school. Help him. That's my attitude towards Dr. Umar in school. Fucking help the guy. You can't tell me that a man who's trying to open a black school is a bad thing.
With no attachments. He don't want to have the federal, the state, nobody doing anything for him. He want to do it on his own.
Yes,
black people will support everybody else, but they will come for him, and you 100%
help him. If you don't want to give Dr. Umar money, if you are a plumber, donate your talent, do the plumbing. If you have the money, you don't want to give it, write him a check, call Dr. Umar and say, how many laptops do you need? How many pencils do you need? How many book bags do you need? How many books, what kind of books you need? We will send you a truckload of books, truckload of whatever the money. You do not have to give the money directly to him if you think he's going to take the money and use it for personal use. But
why do you guys think Dr. Umar's not getting help? Do you have any ideas, Tiffany and Carl? I'm just curious.
I know why he's not getting help, because when you are doing something totally different from the status quo of everybody else, doing it through the state, the government, and all of that, people don't want to touch it. People don't want to deal with it. They don't. Again, we already know they do not want us at this level. They want us to be right down here and not on top of them. So they're not going to help him as much. And then, come on, you will find out who your real friends is when you really need them. But I bet you the people that help him is people that's not even that look like us. It's probably other people that try to help him in his system and stuff like that. I'm thinking he do the best of his ability. That's all.
We can't give Dr. Umar money for a school. A white woman got $1 million for calling a black kid nigger.
Yes. And those young boys, they set up a gifts and go fund. These rich young boys that got boats now, all of them got boats. They set up a fund because they're angry that people are making them feel bad about Nolan's death. Okay, they done set up a fund and already got up to $200,000.
Yeah.
So again, we need to start helping each other out instead of trying to be against one another. Because as we see, you can get money for disrespecting black people. You
Yeah.
can get a GoFundMe for disrespecting black people. You get hurt someone and get money. It's like it's just it's again. It feels so backwards. It feels so backwards.
Yeah. So, and to answer your question, Kev, about why Dr. Umar is not getting any help, I really don't know. I know. I mean, it goes back to the old sandwich. We've all beaten it to death. Every black person have beaten this to death. Unity. We have no unity. And that's it's just simple as that. We have unity. White people stick together with that racism thing, right? One white person is a racist. You think the white people will most of
They
white
stick together. They follow code.
they stick together. I do not see a downside to a black man wanting to open a school to educate black kids the right way. What is wrong with that? Why are
I
people
don't think nothing's wrong with that.
why? But right, we can find $1,000 to go see somebody rap or somebody sing, but you can't send Dr. Umar $100 and say, "Here, hope that helps your school that that you're trying to open to help educate our kids."
And what bothers me, the ones that be sitting behind the computer ain't never been to Delaware. Ain't never been there to the spot where he is at. You understand? People live in Delaware and have not been over there, but y'all sitting there talking about him, getting likes and clicks and getting money because you get money for just talking about him. So again, stop talking and be about that business. Go check him out. Go give him some money. Go donate.
Yeah. Until somebody can tell me, I know this wasn't one of our topics that we were going to talk about, but it really does annoy me that a black man is trying to open a school for black kids to educate them the right way with the right teachers, and people are giving him shit for it. And if he's stealing the money, then don't give him the money personally. Do something for him in the school. So anyway, so here's these white girls beating up this black girl just for the hell of it.
Well, make sure what you call it graphic is going to be graphic. Please, we warning you that it's not nice. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Bitch, shut up. Now, where can we hide her body at?
3 girls are currently under police investigation for allegedly attacking a black girl with epilepsy. The incident occurred in Michigan. Victim Audrey Masaryk said she was drinking with several acquaintances that night, but was then forcibly fed alcohol until she gradually lost consciousness. While she was unable to resist, the girls began recording videos, physically assaulted her, and even discussed what to do with her body if she died. Afterward, Audrey suffered severe injuries, including
beat up by the 3 white girls in the bedroom. Her name is Audrey Masaryk. She says, "Hey everyone, I'm Audrey. I'm the girl who got beat. I am doing okay now. I did get rushed to the hospital after that incident with a blood alcohol level of 3 times the legal limit. Police, in fact, did show up to that apartment. Police did, in fact, show up to that apartment. I guess when I got stable in the hospital, the nurses said I went to Riley."
I don't know how many times I have to make the same video, but I'm going to scream it from the rooftops until people start fucking listening to me. I just saw a tweet, and it was a video of a little black girl going to a slumber party with white girls, and they know she's epileptic. They know that she has mental health issues. They get her blackout drunk, and start filming her, making fun of her, bullying her, beating her. And there was no evidence of this until these girls decided to post that. And I know the reason they decided to post it was to make fun of this girl, but instead it gave evidence for this fucking case. And I say this to say, my mom was always right when she told me not to hang out with that many white girls. She was right. She was protecting me. She is a white woman. She knows how it goes. And I keep saying the same thing over and over again because we have to protect our little black children, black girls and black boys. With the Nolan Wells case, it's both of the, I know, and it's not victim blaming. It's not. It's that you have to have discernment. You have to. And I know I've said this so many fucking times, But I could not get through that video. I could not finish that video because I was so fucking disgusted and so hurt. I feel so bad for this little girl, and all of this could have been stopped if we all just practice more discernment. Stop sending your little black children, children of color, with these groups of white children and thinking that they're going to treat them equally. They aren't, and there's so much evidence, so many cases that shows this.
Let's talk about these videos going around out of Lenoir County, North Carolina, because they're absolutely fucking disgusting. A 16-year-old black kid is attacked by a group of white teens, and this is not just some kids will be kids fight. They're seen punching him, choking him, and at one point he's laying on the ground, pretty much unresponsive. According to his family, he had broken teeth, ruptured blood vessels, and let's be very fucking clear, this could have killed him. And then they recorded it.
Well, I mean, Kev asked, we gotta always have something on us to protect ourselves. We have to.
Or don't put yourself in a situation where you have to protect yourself. Because regardless to what we protect ourselves, they still want to see us in the wrong. And you see how messed up that is? You protect yourself, Carmelo Anthony, and you are still in the wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Regardless to what. But just please be aware of your surroundings. Let me tell you something. My little sister called me about those 3 white girls beating up that black girl. She was like, yo, I'm ready. I said, I'm ready too. We was ready to fight, okay? Like, I can't believe that y'all sat there, and then you should hear the excuses saying that, oh, she was big, we couldn't pick her up, she was drinking, she was getting on her. Like, they turned it all on her. But we see y'all on camera grabbing her hair, punching her in the face, pulling covers over her, jumping on her, doing wrestling moves on her while she's intoxicated. And y'all being foul-mouthed. It's all of y'all was on tape doing it. So again, if this is not a message to our young people, please stay away from toxic white people. I'm sorry. Just stay away from them. Right now, you gotta remember, look how they was raised. They was not raised to have empathy and sympathy for black people. They, like you just said, they parents took them to picnics where they were hanging black people. They were happy, they were good. These are the descendants of their children. So you really think they're gonna care about us? They're gonna be no, please. I'm telling y'all, please stay away. Just stay away. Beware.
All right. So, in case if you are not familiar with, I'm not going to show too much of this guy, but this is Officer Tatum.
Oh.
If you're not familiar with him, if you ever wonder what does a coon look like,
or Sambo.
If you ever wondered what a coon looks like, I 100%, 110% sure that if you ran the DNA on his blood, you know when you run DNA and they show you a picture of DNA, it shows those little curly things. If you ran DNA of Dr. Umar, you would just see COON, coon, in his DNA.
Well, you said Dr. Umar.
I'm sorry. Officer Tatum.
I was about to say, because Dr. Umar loved black people. He loved black people a lot, okay?
On Officer Tatum. Sorry, I got...
now, he don't like black people.
Officer Tatum is a coon. He is King Coon.
Yeah, married to a white lady.
Is he really?
Yes, he got a whole... D.L. Hughley went in on him as well.
He'll be on top of a building somewhere in New York, swinging around, because he is King Coon. Here is Officer King Coon Tatum. The man is crying when Charlie Kirk died. The man was crying for Charlie.
He also said we was better off in slavery in Jim Crow era.
To say that Donald Trump is racist is the craziest thing I've heard.
Donald Trump
have you ever
when he reposted the Obamas as monkeys?
Now he did not. He already said. He already said that.
I teach in the public school system. You are uneducated.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get my story out, and if I can finish my story.
This is not story time, man. The point is, police
The
do more
point-
good.
the point-
I say you're getting roasted right now, but you're being very polite about it, and I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for your conceding to my arguments. Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but okay. So, is it the rap music?
If that's one indicator.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
it's
there
rap,
not-
it's rap music.
It's rap music.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Who wrote that song?
Let me give you.
Oh, he was on Jubilee. He was I think one conservative against liberals or something like that. Yeah, he was on there, and them young people are more smarter than him. And again, he seems so programmed. You know how they have these talking points? You know, he makes me feel like he is so programmed.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. My personal opinion, I think it's all economics. I think he's going for the paychecks.
Oh, you think it's the money?
There's money involved in black conservatives. Name me a black conservative who hasn't gotten paid. Going back to Diamond and Silk and all the other ones who made money from books and being on TV on these right-wing talk shows and right-wing radio shows and speaking at these right-wing conventions and hanging out with Trump and all this stuff, from the ministers to the content creators on social media like Diamond and Silk. You know, all these people, you know, get paychecks for this. Candace Owens was making almost $1 million a year when she was going hardcore, you know, being a conservative and speaking out against, saying bad things about George Floyd. She was making $1 million a year from that. You know, now she's trying to change up her game and trying to sneak back into the cookout.
That's what she's doing. She's trying to sneak back into the cookout. Darling, stay where you at.
Her and the other girl, the light-skinned chick who went crazy on it too. So all of them trying to sneak back. You know, eventually they try to come back. But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I can't believe nobody can be that stupid and hateful towards their own people. So I'm just going to say that he's doing it for the economic reasons, that guys like that get paid money to run their mouth and to kiss Trump's butt and to say all these nasty things that they say against people that look like them. You know, there's money in it. And
It's going to backfire on him.
we can go that route. We can go that route starting next Sunday. And we'll have 1 million views on this show. All them people that come on our show that be hating us and saying bad things about us, just imagine if we came on every Sunday and said how much we love what's going on, all this crimes against black people. Man, we'll have 10 million followers on this thing right now, Carl and Tiffany.
Yeah, if we all wore MAGA hats, let's all get a MAGA hat.
Get a MAGA hat and come on here and talk shit about black people for a couple of weeks. And put our Cash App up. We'll be able to pay off all our bills in a couple of weeks.
Just to talk against our own people. So you're right. Yeah. Maybe he is definitely doing it for the money, for the likes, the clicks, and probably also to fit in with someone, because he's not invited to the cookout, him nor his wife, okay? Because of his bad behavior against Black people. Even doing that interview with those young men, I don't even know why they even chose to do it with him, but we already know because they was just mad at Al Sharpton and Ben Crump, so they wanted to go on one of the most negative shows that nobody really messed with but white people and stupid ass Black conservatives. But
even,
I'm not falling for it.
Even there's a white a woman on YouTube, Miss Rachel. She has like over 8 million followers. She is really big, and she's on Nolan Wells' side. And
yeah, I heard she was getting threats too.
Just for saying, that there's something suspicious about the Nolan Wells thing. And Miss Rachel, she does kid content. She puts out stuff for kids. It's almost like the Teletubbies kind of stuff she does. Mm-hmm. And they're going after her just because she supports the Nolan Wells and his family. So
they what they call it, scare tactics, right? Just trying to scare them up and stuff.
Yeah, but
why? I don't understand that. Why are people mad that you want to find out if somebody was murdered? Like, why is that a problem? Like, hey, let's find out if this guy was murdered. This is a kid, young man. Let's find out if this young man was murdered. Why is that a problem? Someone help me understand. I don't understand that. I'm baffled.
Well, because they are hateful people, Kev. They are hateful people in the world. And that's they do. That's what they do. That's how they live. That's how they survive. That's how they get up in the morning and think. They're just filled with hate. And people like you and I and Tiffany and other people watching who are not that way, we can't understand it. But there are people who enjoy hating. That's what they do. They love anybody who can tie somebody to the back of a truck and drag them until their head falls off and body parts. Not only his head came off, his arms and all kinds of stuff came off. You know, anybody who can tie somebody to a tree and then burn them.
And they call us violent. They call us violent.
This is the kind of mentality we're dealing with. I can't understand it, Kev. You can't understand it. Tiffany can't understand it. Some people watching this show can't understand it, but that's how there are people like that. You know, so we would never understand it, but they are out there. Right now, there's a serial killer planning to go out and kill some people. Right now, as we sit here talking, there's a serial killer out there in the world getting ready to go kill some people. I don't understand that. You don't understand that, but that's who that person is.
Well, to be honest, I'm a true believer. You learn about a person's background and you will find out why they make the choices they make as adults. And I bet you he has mommy issues. He probably had family issues. For him and other men and other women that turn against the Black community, they have issues with Black people. And that's so bad because you look just like me. I look just like you, you know. But when they do get their wake-up call, when they did that to Charlie Kirk, you see she got her wake up call. She changed her whole stance. You understand? Now she a detective, you know. But when you get that wake up call, you will be like, you know what? Thank you. I'm stepping back because it's serious. You would not think people is that evil or that conniving just to keep you at a certain level.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so so for the people watching who think, because I know people watch our show and they go, oh, things are not that bad, racism doesn't exist anymore, you know, Black people can do whatever they want, they can, you know what I mean? But here's a Black family that moved into a neighborhood, right? And this white woman came up and knocked on the door to ask what's going on. Like, yeah.
That's another thing, the audacity. It's like they looking at us like, y'all don't know. We run this shit. And we looking at them like, miss, what's going on? Why are you in my house?
The white woman, she just, here's a video.
If there's one thing I discovered this year that I needed to talk about, it is white delusion. White people think that they are the managers of the world, especially Karens. I just saw a video of a white woman ring the doorbell of someone's house because they were Black and ask them who they were. And if I had to see it, you had to see it.
Can I help you? Yes. I'm a neighbor, and I was wondering I saw someone here, and I hadn't seen anyone here, so okay. Is everything okay? Everything's fine. And you are? None of your business. And please get off my property. Thank you. Well, excuse me, ma'am.
I've lived here 26 years.
Like, I'm fed the fuck up. Like, literally, I can't take this shit no more. No fucking more.
Do you know how fucking crazy you have to be to go ring someone's doorbell and then be like, who are you? You're at my house and you're asking me who I am at my house because you see a Black person at the house. And then you're like, is everything okay? Why would anything be wrong? Why can't you mind your fucking business? You're not the manager of Black people. You're not the manager of the world. It's actually insane to me that this would be done. And white delusion is a fucking sickness. I have a suggestion to all of you. Leave Black people alone. Leave us alone. We don't be bothering nobody. This man was minding his business at his house. You went to his house to bother him, and then you probably called the cops. Leave black people alone. That's it. Enough. Enough. Enough.
Leave black people alone. Like, did she have one of her homegirls with her?
Yeah, she did.
They all ass coming up there like, who are you? She was like, ma'am, get away from here. They almost had her. Oh my God, we've been living out here for 26 years and we ain't never get your ass from away from here. That's funny. I don't know why.
But that kind of stuff drains you, though.
It does drain you because you like, damn, I'm living. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to move in an all-white neighborhood either. That's another thing. Black people want to move into an all-white neighborhood knowing that they got an HMO and everybody is looking at you. Okay, everybody is judging you. Everybody is watching you and making sure you don't do no crime because they ready to kick your ass out of the company. I mean, out of the community. So no, stop it. And I'm not surprised about white people coming to her house. When you are in their community, they like, what's going on? Why are you here? We didn't say you can come here.
Yeah, I mean, I see white people around. I don't care. I don't care what people are doing. I really don't.
We don't care. They care.
I don't. I mean, listen. I was at a it was back in the 90s when I used to eat fast food, but I was at it was a McDonald's or one of the fast food places, but they had this display, this big giant display outside, and some white kids pulled up in the car, started to pull it out the ground and throw it into their car. And I'm standing there looking at them, and they're looking at me, and I'm laughing, and they're laughing. They took this big display. It was like a human, like a cartoon boy, but they grabbed it, threw it in the back of their car, and left. I didn't say shit. You know what I mean? I just went in, got what I wanted, and I left.
Because we as black people know how to mind our business.
Yeah.
White people do not know how to mind their business as we see. This is why we have that segment and other people have this segment. Leave black people alone. We don't be coming to look for you. Y'all be coming looking for us. We mind our business.
Yeah. So, you know, it is taxing. And I think Pamela had said earlier in the show that some white people don't understand what it's like to be black. Some of our white friends, I think Pam said. But I think by this point, if you don't know, you don't want to know.
They don't know because they was not taught to even care about us or who we are, our struggles, our ups and our downs. Why are we expecting them to do it now? You understand? I only see a few. They have one white mother that's on TikTok, and she teaches her little daughter about history and black history. Like the little girl, when it comes to February, she does the whole black history with her daughter. I respect a white sister, a white woman that is teaching her children history about both people. You understand? Don't try to hide it or sugarcoat it because this is why we have rotten ass white kids today that don't care about people. So no, racism starts at the home, and it can stop at the home, and it starts with the families, especially the mothers.
Yeah. Here's actor Clifton Powell. I love this guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's a dark-skinned brother, and today, in this day, he still talks about racism in Hollywood, and he's been too dark for certain movies or certain TV shows. Imagine you're too dark, is what they're
That's from what you call it? What's his name? Kev. He's from Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minister Society too. He's done a lot of movies. Clifton did a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I think my favorite movie is him. I like him in Dead Presidents too. He's done a lot of good work.
Yeah. All right. Here, the video is 8 minutes, but I'll only play a few minutes because it's too long. It's like 8 minutes.
And speaking of that, right, I want to backtrack to your comments about skin tone. I heard that she was up for a big role in a big TV movie, but you didn't get the role because of your skin tone? The Rudy Bridges story?
Well, basically what happened was the producers told the director, whose name was Usan Palsy, that I was so dark that it looked like I would scare everyone. So they wouldn't hire me. And that's what happened on that. I haven't spoken on it, but I'm going to put it in my book. And basically that's what happened. So her, who's African and French, and the white producer, whose name I can't remember, said, Mr. Powell, you are our first choice. If you don't get this role, it's not because we didn't fight for you. But that's happened to me on a McDonald's commercial. One of my friends was the producer and the agency, and the agency thought I was just too dark. You got to understand, I tell people, like I told my panel last night, there was an article years ago, I'm not sure if it was in Esquire magazine, that talked about Black Hollywood, white Hollywood. And there's an article in there by Wesley Snipes, white agent from CAA, that sent Wesley in for a role. And this is documented. And they called him and said, don't send anybody darker than Denzel. Racism permeates, and it's not the same anymore, because we're seeing, really dark-skinned actresses and dark-skinned actors. But you got to understand, if Obama was my complexion, he wouldn't have been president. You know what I'm saying? I still get followed around stores. I mean, I ride first class. I was in first class one time, and this guy kicked my seat. And I stood up and I said, would you have kicked my seat if I was a white boy? Because there's all kinds of different people in the world that like, what is this nigga doing flying first class with us up here? I'm like, I make more money than all of y'all in first class. So you got to understand, still people like that in the world. It's people like that in this business. I did a TV series, which I am not going to say, but some of the Teamsters were Klan members. This is real.
Yeah. So I mean,
said kick this chair because he was sitting in first class. Isn't that some shit?
But I mean, if it's happening to him, no matter where you go in the world, I don't care where you work.
And they don't care how much money you got either.
Right.
You're still a neural.
Here's a brother just driving, wearing a hoodie, and apparently that was too much for these white cops.
Hello, sir. Officer Herrick, Jackson Township Police. Gotta let you know I'm recording, all right?
What was the reason for stopping me?
When we drove by in the Muse, we just saw you. I was a little concerned. It looked like you were reaching down, just like hiding your face. We came by. You're wearing a sweatshirt in 80-degree weather. You got the handicap placard up. There's people that complain in the Muse about people parking in handicap spots.
Was I parked in a handicap spot?
I'm just saying. I was wondering if you have any documentation for that. I'm telling you everything.
So my handicap sticker is illegal?
No, only reason I'm asking that is if you have any documentation.
So what was the reason for stopping me again?
When I was patrolling through the Muse, as soon as we went by you, you reached down, like hid your face from us. This is more just saying that if everything's all right with you, if you're all good, if everything's fine, we'll have you right on your way, okay?
I want both of your badge numbers.
Understood. Can I get your insurance and registration?
So you're conducting a traffic stop because you're trying to say I look suspicious and when you were patrolling through where I live.
Yeah, this is not...
where I live, correct?
Is that where you live?
Correct, right?
You live in the Muse?
Listen.
So you live there?
So
you live there, right?
Yes.
Do you live there? Do you live there?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're trying to say I look suspicious walking out of my own apartment? Why? Because I'm black in this 80-degree weather.
Walking out of your apartment.
I walked out of my apartment. I want to speak to your supervisor right now. Call your supervisor. No problem. No, call your supervisor right now. 337. Call your supervisor.
So we can talk to you back.
No. I'm not stepping out of my car. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. I'm getting my insurance. No, I don't have to get out of my... I know my rights. Bro, I know my rights. You're profiling me. You're racially profiling. Yes, you are. You just followed me from my... Call your supervisor. I'm not getting out of the car until you call your supervisor. I know my rights. Call your supervisor. When your supervisor gets here, I'll get out the car. When your supervisor gets here, I will get out the car.
All right, well, listen.
And I'm calling Master Nardi next. And I'm going to speak to your chief.
Okay. Well, listen up. He's asking you politely to
listen. Call your supervisor, and I will speak to your supervisor. Thank you.
Sir, if you don't
call your supervisor, and I will speak to your supervisor.
You realize if you don't step out, you're going to get arrested for obstruction.
What am I obstructing? What am I obstructing?
He's asking you to step out of the car.
You're conducting a traffic stop. Why are you asking me to step out?
Too, right?
What? Why? Okay.
That expired.
Oh, when did it expire?
Last month.
Oh,
2 months ago, actually.
Oh, it just expired.
2 months
Okay.
ago.
Okay, so it just expired. Okay.
You're all worked up.
No. Call your supervisor right now, please.
He's asking you to step out.
I'm asking for, I know my rights. If I ask you to call your supervisor, you have to call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
Step out of the car.
No, call your supervisor.
That bothers me because they can shoot him and not care.
Yeah. Because he looked down when he drove by. You know.
And he was wearing a hoodie.
And he was wearing a hoodie in 80 degrees.
That's why I be telling my nephew. He likes wearing his little hoodie. I don't know if it's a security blanket, but you see a lot of the young people doing it, wearing hoodies and stuff. And then remember, they go from air conditioned to the hot to the what's going, So I don't know, man. It's like you damn if you
all
do,
that shit though. That shit puts stress on you. Like you drive by a cop. I mean, like, man, like Kevin, I make fun of this, but I drive by a cop. I check my rearview mirror constantly until I get home. Even when I get home, I'm peeking out the curtains to see if they're pulling.
Yeah, that's anxiety. That's anxiety dealing with the popo. And I don't think a lot of people know that that's a lot for us as Black people, and it affects our children. I don't know if y'all saw a man was at the pool with his children, his two sons. And this white lady came over there giving him a problem, and the little boy was like, "Daddy, just give her her ID, please." Like that's stress for a child to have to see this and go through this. So every time he see this white woman or a white woman like this, she's gonna do that, or the police is gonna come. They're gonna feel scared and stuff just because you wanted to swim. In your community where you pay rent at, and somebody named Karen want to come over there and bother you? No.
Yeah. But here's my thing though, Kevin and Tiffany. After seeing all these videos of how people talk to us, how they treat us, why don't we pull together? Like the Jews did it. The Jews are like, well, you guys don't like us, we're gonna, come together, we're gonna form, why don't
they stick together?
Yeah, why? And that's what I'm saying. Like we see all these videos, video after video after video after video of how the world responds to us, and that's not enough incentive for us to say let's pull together and help each other. And you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't understand why it doesn't make us want to huddle more. Yeah. Pamela. Yeah, it is stressful. It's stressful watching it because I know exactly how that brother felt.
It's stressful being Black. Let's just say that we need to get a T-shirt. It is stressful being Black, and I don't think a lot of people get it because a lot of people are not in our shoes.
You can't look down for a few seconds when you're driving and drive past a cop. That's suspicious. Now you pull me over and
Yeah, I'm sitting at a place with my children.
We've been followed and had our tags run by cops more times than we can even think about, man. You know it. That's just what they do, man. I had one 2 months ago, a cop followed me and run my tags, just follow me, and I knew he's following me, but he saw me. I looked over. We had eye contact. Next I know he's behind me for about 2 miles. He finally made a U-turn because tag came back.
Couldn't find nothing on you.
Yeah, tags came back. The car wasn't stolen, so he probably just bucked the U at follow me for 2 miles.
Yeah.
But I've had that happen over 1,000 times in my life, man. So, it's just another day of driving in America. You're gonna get racially profiled by cops.
And I have to tell my nephews that. I said, when y'all get your cars and stuff, y'all gonna have to be on point. You have to make sure your hands is up. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like I have to tell them because they will shoot your ass. And that's sad that we have to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that cop was itching. He was itching. He wanted, that cop. He wanted a reason.
But that's also a fine line that we have to take. We want to stand up for ourselves with pride and be a man when we know we're right. But we'll also that brother was doing what he's supposed to do, and that's be a man and stand up for his rights. But he also was playing with fire because he could have.
Thank
He
you,
could have ended up in
thank
the
you,
morgue.
thank
He ended
you.
up in the morgue. And sometimes getting home is more important than our ego and our pride.
That's right.
Even though
I'll
we know
write a
we're
letter
right.
when I go home.
We know we're right. We know he's effing with us. We know he's racially profiling us, but we want to stand there on the corner and prove that he's wrong and end up in the morgue, or do we want to get home to our family safe? So I was stressed because I know the brother was right. I'm also stressed because I know how
They
close
could kill his ass.
he could have lost his life and right there too.
Yeah,
And,
that's why I
and
was stressed. I had to turn my head.
so what you do is you take that verbal ass whooping from these racist losers, live for another day, get their badge numbers, which is written on the ticket. If you write your ticket, the badge number's on the ticket. And then the next day you wake up, you go to the police station, ask to speak to authority, and then you raise some hell. Ask to speak to the lieutenant, and then ask to speak to the chief. And you raise some hell.
Yeah, because they could have had a racist. He could have had a racist copy. He would have took his ass out right there because he was scared.
I've been in that position where I've gone to a police chief and complained about police racially profiling me. I've done it. U.S. Park Police, Washington D.C. Went down to the headquarters, asked to speak to, had the guy's number, badge number, and everything. Told him this guy racially profiled me. And I complained and bitched like crazy. He told me he would take care of it. It was the chief, the police guy, the high up guy was black, by the way.
Yeah.
Told me he would look into it and he would, I'd file a complaint, he would take care of it, He would talk to the officer about what happened, And sometimes these guys got more than one complaint on the street, they do get recommended. And man, this is the third complaint you got, officer, dickhead, so you just got to, go and complain. But you got to live to see that moment, though. You just can't sit there. Because all the cop got to do is say, I thought he was reaching for a gun.
That's right.
And it's a wrap.
Ask questions later.
You're in the morgue, and you can't prove nothing in the morgue, bro. Even though you're right, everything you did was right, but you can't go to the morgue, man.
So please think
live for
twice
another day.
before, yeah.
You gotta live for another day.
Yeah, please think twice before you make any type of emotional, decision, because he was very upset and I get it. But again, we didn't get to see the rest of the video, but it could have got ugly. Every time I think about that, I think about what's his name, Castile.
Yes.
When he was in the car with his wife and they still shot his ass. He did everything. He told them I have a gun in the car. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he let them know and they still killed him right there. Like, that young man could have had them same cops with that mentality could have took his life. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, please be careful. If you just get home, once you get home, write a letter or something. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't care about us. They don't care that we have family. They don't care that we have friends. They don't care that we have children. They don't care.
Yeah. Fortunately, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I don't think things will ever change. We just have to learn how to move in this world. Right now we're what? There's 40 million of us and 300 million, right? Is that right? The 300 million whites in America and 40 million blacks.
Mm-hmm.
We would always seem that, well, they're gonna be. They said the white population will be the minority in the year 2030, but that was going to be because of the Latinos. The Latino population seems to be jumping hurdles, but the Latinos lean towards they assimilate with the white population. So, even though white people would be the minority and not the majority, they're still kind of majority because the Latinos, because most of them have that, complexion for the protection.
Mm-hmm.
They lean towards the the people from Mount Caucasus as Cat Williams.
My Caucasus. It's 74% white people and 14% black or African American.
Okay. Yeah, so they got us by a long shot. So, fortunately, we're gonna have to put up with these white cops in the black neighborhoods.
Well, they always put the worst police officers in our neighborhoods anyway. That fact was proven with Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd. He had a bad record as a police officer. He was considered a bad police officer. He had a bad record, been recommended over 20 times on his job by his superiors. And they take a guy like that, who's a bad apple, and they know he's a bad apple, and they put him into the hood, to patrol the hoods, because they know he's a bad apple.
They're already afraid of us
They
already.
know he's
That's
a
why they
loser.
be quick to shoot.
They know he's a loser. So they put him in the
quick
hood.
to shoot because they're afraid of us.
They're not going to send him to a nice
sad
neighborhood.
because we're not paying them no damn attention.
Yeah.
We know how much time it get to kill a cop or take the life of a white person. Why would we just go ahead and just do that and we know they're going to send us away forever? We can never come back from that. So I don't know why they be so afraid of us because we do not pay no attention to them.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up. Before we go, have you got Tiffany and I think when Kevin wasn't here, we talked about Hunter Biden.
Yes.
Hunter Biden is on a roll now.
He did an interview. I saw a clip where he said F Trump, F his kids, F the grandkids.
He said F it all.
F
he's on a roll.
There's Hunter Biden before we go.
Yeah, man. And as it relates to Donald Trump, fuck him, fuck his sons, fuck his daughter. I mean it, all of them, the whole family, down to the grandchildren. I hope for the rest of time that I am on this earth, that their names will live in ignominy.
Said down to the grandkids. He said.
He sound like DMX. I hate him this. I hate him that. I hate him that. I hate where he look. I hate his grandkids. I don't care. Let me tell you something. That white on white crime be funny to me. I tell you, I laugh. But let me tell you, he makes me look at him totally different.
Yeah.
He talked about his father has cancer and is all through his bones now and stuff like that. He talked about Bo, his brother. That's one of the reasons why he relapsed off a drug. And he's very candid. He talks about being on crack. He said, yeah, I was a crackhead. Yep, I was. Like, he's very honest, and I like that. Be yourself. And I like that he said he took up for black people with Nick Fuentes, and told him, like, you don't know what black people have been through the civil rights ever. Like, he went in on Nick. Like, he said, you got too much false information. So I'm a shout out to Hunter. Keep doing your talking. I'm loving it.
The man said down to the grandkids and to the unborn kids who will come in a few years.
He said all of them, just all of them.
Fuck the sperm that's gonna make the kids.
I'm telling you, I love the white on white crime. That thing, right? What's a Republican or Republican? No, what's supposed to be Democrat? But yeah, just for him to go in like that and a white, it's like he don't care. It's like it's nothing.
Well, this said some horrible things about his father.
Yeah, it's him against the world.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing.
That's why they playing the Tupac song. He's him against the world.
All right, before we go, as usual, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to all of our regulars. Thank you to the newbies who joined, the haters who are in there. Thank you, guys, for joining us as well. Donna, Pam, Nicole, Coach, Mama Lee, Patricia. Did I miss anyone? If I did, I'm sorry. We love you guys. We really appreciate you guys coming here and hanging with us Sunday. But before we go, Tiffany, did you learn anything tonight, or you want to share?
Listen, man, we learn something all the time. But we want to definitely say thank you to everyone that listens to us every Sunday. We really appreciate you all. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And also stay safe. Stay on point, stay aware, talk to your young people because we need to let them know about what this world is about. We cannot cover it up. We cannot try to hide it or sweep it under the rug. We must let them know so they can always be on point when they're in situations that they just don't understand or overlook. So definitely that's my therapy for everybody. Please communicate with your young people, communicate with each other, and learn your history, learn your Black history, and go out and vote. I think a lot of people are voting time for some people that's coming up. So please, we have Google Smoogle. Please Google, find out who's your local officials are. Make sure they're for you and put them in there that's for you. And let them know that you put them in there and you voted for them. Okay? We love you and thank you again. Shout out to my mommy. Love you so much. And all my family and my sisters and family.
All right, Kev, anything you want to share and knowledge you want to drop before we go?
Yeah, I always tell my family, loved ones, know your surroundings. I say it to them all the time, especially the women in my family. Know your surroundings. My daughter had to hear that every day for freaking 10 years until she became an adult and moved out. Know your surroundings. So that's it, man. Keep your head on a swivel. It's dangerous out here.
That's right.
You're not invincible. You're not Bruce Lee. This is not a movie. There's some mean people out here with some mean intentions to hurt Black folks.
Yes.
And, always try to just know your surroundings, stay in lighted areas. And don't trust these police because I think they're behind a lot of this stuff.
Local, yeah.
I think they're behind a lot of these lynchings and stuff,
Or covering it up.
And covering it up, yeah. So we're in some dangerous times. We're gonna have to strap up and try to protect ourselves, even if it's carrying some pepper spray, anything, anything helps.
Cover your mouth when you use it. Okay.
Pocket knife, pepper spray, anything. If you don't have a firearm, if you can't get a license, whatever, anything, just to have something in your pocket at all times, try to protect yourself. And speaking of Hunter Biden, like you said, he came out, says dad, the cancer spread it to his dad's bones now. Joe Biden is fighting for his life right now. Things really doesn't look good. And, I was always hoping that he at least outlived Trump, because I know if Joe Biden passes away while Trump is in office, Trump's going to do him dirty, and whatever you think about Joe Biden, the man served his country, for years, decades, and he deserved to be respected for that, at least, for trying. And if he passes away while Trump's in office, Trump's going to do him dirty, And so I know he's trying to fight for his life, Trump's going to do him dirty if he dies.
And we're going to have a cookout when he goes. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sure all over the world, Tiffany, all over the world, people will be in the streets. If the news come out that something happened to Trump and he passed away, man, there'll be people in the streets all over the world dancing. Trust me when I tell you that. All over the world, not just the United States of America, the world. Because he is perhaps the most hated man on this planet right now. But Joe Biden's not the most hated man on this planet. And so we're sending prayers to Joe Biden and his family right now. All right? I'm done.
All right. Thank you. So I want to thank everyone for joining us here another Sunday. Kev, I love you, brother. Tiffany, I love you. I really appreciate you guys, very, very much. I learned so much from doing this show with you guys. I know I sit here and I look like I'm not taking in anything, but trust me, I am.
I know you are.
I am. I appreciate you guys. But before we go, I want to showcase, this is if you're traveling and you're looking for a Black business resort or a resort that's owned by Black people, please check these folks out.
These are your top 5 black-owned resorts in the world. These resorts, honestly, are amazing. So they have that in common. They are also owned by black people. So they have that in common too. And these are in no particular order. Coming at 5 is Negril Treehouse Resort. This resort offers spacious suites with kitchenettes, outdoor pool. The beach is like right there. It is situated on the iconic 7 Mile Beach in Negril, owned by Gail Jackson. And 4 is the Salamander Spa and Resort, which is in Middleburg, Virginia. You see this place? 5-star resort on 340 acres. There's so many different beautiful suites. I mean, the attention to detail here. 168 rooms, private balconies, owned by Sheila Johnson. She don't miss. Is the Paradise Cove Resort. Villas with kitchenettes, rooms with character. Mwah. Beaches right there. Rail Hughes has been holding this one down since the 90s. Look, Great House Beach Resort. This resort is full of cute cottages, freshwater pool, affordable pricing, with all the water activities you can think of. Family black owned, managed by the son Conrad. One is the Half Moon Beach Resort, which is also owned by Sheila Johnson, and also 5-star. Sheila don't play no games. Look at this. You're gonna have something beautiful. Photograph it beautiful. This is sitting on 400 lush acres. 100 luxury suites, private villas, cottages, ocean garden view, and it's black owned.
That sounds good, and it sounds like Sheila Johnson put her money where her mouth was at. Okay.
Yeah,
she got 2 sets of results. I think she's a part of the Johnson family.
Right.
With
yeah.
the Essence magazine, if I'm correct. Essence.
Yeah. What was that?
I'm going on Yelp and check it out.
Yeah. Black-owned resorts.
I think Patricia's already making reservations, Kev. Patricia, get on it.
We're going to Aruba.
Oh, you guys heading to Aruba?
Shout out to Patricia. I saw a picture of her. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, don't ask Kev all the time how he get that.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. I saw a picture of her. I was like, oh my God, go Patricia.
Talent and charisma will get you everything.
And I'm just speaking the truth.
And gift the gab.
The gab.
That's how you got her, huh?
All the things I heard from my daddy.
God bless his soul.
All right. I want to thank everyone again for watching our show. We really appreciate you. And we will see you guys here next Sunday. Kevin, you had suggested we talk about something. I forgot, but it was something fun. And but you know, then we got all this stuff going on. So we all
Well, also next week we're going to talk about the all these food recalls that are going on in the United States of America. We're going to cover that next week. We'll have some fun stuff too. Hopefully, because you know the news cycle is so quick. We might cover whatever happens in this crazy country, but we want to definitely talk about these food recalls because at this point, the safest thing to eat is mud.
Yeah. Have you ever spoke about the chemicals they're putting in that fake hair, that black?
I think we just talked a little bit about it, but we can talk about that too next week.
Yeah, they said
because they're finding out so much. Well, listen. It's a lot of stuff. It's not even only in
the eyelashes too, right, Tiffany? Eyelashes are bad too.
It's not even only in the beauty products or the hair. We're talking about lotion.
Yeah.
You know, fragrances for men, deodorant. All of this stuff is coming to find out that it's not good in it. It's not good, and you have to look inside the ingredients. If it has talc in it, that's cancer. You understand? So we definitely have to look at what we use and try to go as natural as possible because a lot of this stuff is not good for us. But we buy it. That's why they sell it.
Yeah, it's the stuff that geared towards black people, right? They don't seem to care what they put in the...
And half of this stuff, the beauty industry is not protected by the FDA.
Right.
So anybody can put any product on the shelf and sell it. So you have to be on point.
Yeah. All right, folks. Again, thank you guys so much. Somebody said even paper products. Yes.
What products?
Paper.
Yeah, we got to be careful on like everything, you know, how they make the products, what they put in the products, you know, and stuff like it's just a lot. That's why they tell you, like, even with the fruit, right? It's this invisible film that they put on it, right? That's why they tell you you have to wash off your fruits and your vegetables and stuff, because if it's not coming straight out the ground, you know, then when they bringing it and processing, it's stuff on it, and we have to be on point and clean it. Get some lemon, clean it down. Some people use baking soda to clean down certain stuff. Please don't use no regular soap, because you know you got some stupid asses doing that stuff.
I even heard toilet paper, the whatever they use to bleach the toilet paper to make it white, that chemical, it causes cancer.
Listen, I got a vagina. You're not gonna be sitting here now. I gotta be worried about my vagina and stuff. Thank you, Carl.
Use
a washcloth or something, people. I don't know.
Apparently, bamboo toilet paper is the way to go. Toilet paper made from bamboo. That's what I heard.
That's more expensive. Wipe your butt with some expensive tissue, okay? Bamboo.
Bamboo. Thanks, Carl.
Yo, hey, just help.
Go to Carl's house and get some bamboo toilet paper.
Yeah, can you please send us some bamboo? I need that for my paycheck. I don't get paid, but can I get some bamboo toilet tissue?
I'm just trying to help the masses. They said bamboo toilet paper is the way to go. No chemicals. So, all right. I'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week.
Yeah, next week.
All right.
Bamboo toilet paper.
On that ass.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the black therapy. In a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy. We gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.